Yeah. Say hello to the bad guy, Texans linebacker Azzez Al-Shaair.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work, work. That's what you say. Hard work, work, work. Earn more pay. Hard work, work. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of quarter to three. Hard work, work. Let go and earn more pay. Hard work, work. Boots on and lace.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? You're tuned to the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. I'm your host, Big Sarge. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Because you know we do everything for the gram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Big Sarge Media, and make sure you subscribe to the Locked On Texans podcast and the Locked On Texans podcast YouTube page. All right. Yes. Good morning, Alexis. Yep, we are the villains now. That's why I got this shirt on. What's good? They call me Mr. Nobody. I'll be your Huckleberry. Hey, man, that's one of my favorite movies. That's one of my, let me tell you something, boy. That is one of my favorite movies. And when he said that, I'll be your Huckleberry, I said, uh-oh. Good. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for your service, Javier. Good morning, Swan. Tell y'all something. Listen, that's why I got this shirt on. Let me fix this microphone for a second, y'all. That's why I got this shirt on. Please excuse my Houston attitude. You god dang gone right. And listen, I know that Azzez is from Tampa, Florida. I know he's from Florida. But you know what? I'm not even a Texans fan. But I'm with the Texans fans right now. And let's go ahead and anoint Azzez Al-Shaair as a H-Town, as a Houstonian. Let's make it from H-Town. He need a grill. He need a piece and chain. Azzez Al-Shaair, we formally welcome you into Houston. Like, we embrace you. You are a Houstonian now. You can go to your Wikipedia page and change and say that you are that you from Houston, Texas, because your attitude displays everything about Texas. Everything about Houston, Texas, especially. So some of you all don't understand what I'm saying. Let me tell you what I'm saying. For me, let me just use me for an example. I can't talk about everybody else, but I do know some people who have this same attitude. When people ask me, hey, where are you from? I'll be like, I'm from Texas. They'd be like, what part? I'd be like, is there any other part outside of Houston? Like, I know that I know it is. I know it is. But like, I'm from Houston. I had the state of Texas tattooed on my shoulder, and the only city on there is the city of Houston. That's it. We have a whole different mindset. We have a whole different mentality. And what Azzez said on his IG page and what Azzez has become, that these fans have made him out to be, which he is not. Since you want to assassinate his character and call him this, that, and the other, then guess what? He a native Houstonian now. And now as a Houstonian, you got to deal with us. And I'm not even talking about just Texans fans, because like the Texans fans, Jacksonville Jaguar fans, y'all got to deal with the Texans on that, the Texans fans on that aspect. I'm just talking about Houston in general. Like, we've adopted Azzez. He's ours now. He's from the city of Houston. So you know what that means? That means that all that yapping that you're doing, all that fly talking you're doing, nah, when it comes to Azzez, we're going to defend him. Now, listen, I am not advocating violence, and, you know, it's sad that I have to say that these days. I mean, you know how it gets when people just start talking trash back and forth to each other. It's just friendly trash talking back and forth. You ain't got to take it there. People be coming on my social media page calling me a effing idiot and you're a blah 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 blah. I don't care nothing about that, my guy. Because you know why? I've told people on numerous occasions, I am in control of my social media page. You are in control of your social media page. You are in control of what you see and who has access to you. So when you come on my page and we can't have a healthy back and forth, when you start getting, I mean, we can't have a healthy back and forth because you're disrespectful and you want to say all these things about me and call me all kind of names. I'm just gonna block you. You're ones and zeros to me. I don't even know you, my guy, my boy. I don't even know you, my boy. I don't. There are so many Jacksonville fans coming to my page, cussing me out, this, that, and the other. And then, so you swing on me, you miss, and I'm gonna swing back. And I don't mean that literally, I'm talking about figuratively. And then I'm out. I'm gone. I don't have to keep going back and forth with you. I control my own social media page. So if I allow my social media page to get me upset and get me all hot and bothered, then that's on me. That's on me. That's a me problem. So as I digress, and we'll get into a lot more in just a second. Y'all know that I had to start the show early because I do have to go get my hair cut. If you see me without this hat on, you know I normally get it cut every Thursday, but for the fact, hold on, I gotta close this out because this is gonna slow me down. Okay, here we go. Because I have to I mean, last week was Thanksgiving, so I didn't get a chance to get my hair cut. So I'm going on 2 weeks without a haircut. You could even tell from my beard and everything. So I got to get a haircut today. I got to. I got to. Hold on. Let me see what else we got going on in here. Texas needs to use the suspension motivation and play better. Yep. Uh, appreciate that. All this hoopla over gutter team is nuts. Media acting like a Z shot Trevor in the field. All right. What's good, Anthony? What's going on, Tay? Jags in line for the first overall pick, 3 out of 5 season, but all of a sudden they care about the Jags. Give me a damn. Exactly. Exactly. Houston all day, every day. I'm gonna steal the ones and zeros. That's all it is. That's all that algorithm is just ones and zeros. All right. Once again, you tune into the Sports Talk with Big Sarge Show. I'm your host, Big Sarge. Before we get started, I got a question. So it's Christmas time, right? And we've known that Christmas was coming ever since October. Because before Halloween and before Thanksgiving, they had Christmas decorations in these stores. And I'm saying to myself, in some of these retail stores, and I was like, hey, y'all ain't even got past Halloween yet. It ain't even been like Thanksgiving ain't even came in. Y'all already got Christmas stuff up. What are we doing here? So finally made it to December. Christmas is this month. I got a question for you all. What is your favorite Christmas song? Drop it in the comments so we can talk about it. What is your favorite Christmas song? Now, I'm going to tell you what mine is. Matter of fact, I'm going to sing it for you loud and off key. Hey, listen, I don't get paid to sing, I get paid to talk. Talking and singing is two totally different things. So, look, my favorite Christmas song was "'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. In my mind." What he said after that? "I want you to be free." That's my song. "We wish you a Merry Christmas." That's my part. "To all of you. Ooh. Silent night." Sound like I was choking a cat. Holy night. Sorry, y'all. That's my song. It's not Christmas until I hear Silent Night. Now, my 1A, because Silent Night is my one. Silent Night is my one. Two, I'm sorry, my 1A, because they're not two. 1A is that's my song. "Hang all the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better." Sing it with me, y'all. "And as we surround the tree, how much fun it's gonna be." Come on, y'all, sing it with me. This Christmas fireside is blazing high. Come on now, y'all know the words. We're caroling through the night. Y'all sing it. Will be Christmas for hey. Hey, listen, I'm sorry, y'all. This is my show. See that back there? It says Big Sarge. You see me? I got a tat. See what that tat say? Sarge. It's me. It's a sports talk with Big Sarge. And y'all know how we do it here. Before we get to talking about anything, we got some other things that we got to talk about. And I would just want to know what is your favorite Christmas song? Let's see. Let's see what we got over here. Silent Night. Oh, come Emmanuel. Don't hate. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Last Christmas I gave my heart. Hey, what nobody gonna put Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you. I can hardly wait till Christmas. The OJ's all right. Huh. That's a good one. I saw Mommy kissing. Yep, last Christmas. When you look at the breakdowns of Flacco, Kiko, Alonso hit, it makes the NFL. Yep. That's funny. This Christmas, first the Temptation, then this Christmas. Hey, that's mine too. Yep, exactly. This Christmas is the jam. Great minds think alike. When I first saw Friday After Next, that became my favorite Christmas song. Trim the Tree. Got me thinking about Friday After Next. Huh. Quintessential Black Christmas movie. Hey, we're gonna talk about that someday at Christmas. Oh, that is jamming. Hey, we'll talk about that. We're gonna talk about your favorite Christmas movies, Christmas movie, maybe a little bit later on, and how Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and how Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music is a Christmas song. Y'all know that, right? By Outkast. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music. Now, players, if you choose it, you gotta make sure you don't abuse it. We're gonna get you. Southern Playalistic. It was on a Christmas album. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music by Outkast is on a Christmas album? Whoa. Yes. Hey, that's my song too, man. I gotta sing now on my way to the barbershop. I gotta play some more Christmas music. All right, y'all. Hey, once again, you tuned to the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. I'm your host, Big Sarge. Let's go ahead and jump right into this thing. On Wednesday, the NFL upheld the suspension of the 3 games on Texans linebacker Azzez Al-Shaair. So he will miss the Miami Dolphins game, the Kansas City Chiefs game, and the Baltimore Ravens game. And so we've had this discussion. We discussed this for 2 days. Do you think the suspension is too long? Like a lot of us do. I think it's too long. I think 2 games would have been sufficient. 2 games would have been, hey, we're giving you 1 game for the hit and the way that you acted in the game, and the second game for you to think about not to do it again. 3 games is entirely too long to me. And like I said, you all dropped that in the comments. I thought that was too long. I also thought what played a factor into them upholding the 3-game suspension was the fact that Trevor Lawrence went on the IR. And it's crazy to me that we live in a society now where a lot of decisions are made on social media reactions. A lot of decisions are made on social media reactions. And that's what I feel like this Azzez suspension is. I feel like the fact that after the hit happened and the melee ensued, and the way that the analysts kept talking about it, and then after the game, the first question the reporter wanted to ask to CJ Stroud was not about the win, not about them winning heading into the bye week, not them winning another AFC South game to go up 2 games in the division and not, what are you going to do now that you won this game? How do you prepare for the bye week? First thing she wanted to talk about was the Azzez suspension. And then you listen to the outcry of social media. You listen to the outcry of these people on television. You listen to the outcry of the Jacksonville fans. And then Trevor Lawrence goes on IR. And now you look and you say, okay, I felt like social media is what led John Runyon to try to chastise Azzez Al-Shaair. I thought that was crazy. And especially, you're talking to another man like that saying that it will not be tolerated. And I get it. John Runyon went from being in one of voted one of the second dirtiest players by his colleagues and his peers. He went from that, then he jumped into another dirty game, which is politics. And one day we'll have that discussion. It'll probably be on the Buzz and Petty podcast that's coming soon on Patreon. But we'll talk about how you jump from being a dirty player into a dirty pool as far as politics is concerned. And then you jump from being a dirty player into a dirty pool. You got out of that dirty pool and got into a dirty sauna, which is the NFL league office. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not. And I'm not saying something to you that I wouldn't say to a league official. Like one day we'll have a discussion about what I said, and I didn't say it in a malicious type of tone. I didn't say it sarcastically, but when they were trying to take the media out of the locker rooms, and the league sent somebody to NRG to talk with us, you're going to have to talk to me, guy. You can't just, I'm not one of them people that you could just say something to and then I'm just going to let it go. No, your statement has to have validity. What you're trying to do has to have validity to me, or I can't understand it. Like if you're talking to me about something, then you got to break it down to me like I'm in the 4th grade, because I need to understand, because I'm one of the rare people who listens to comprehend and then respond. There's a lot of people who don't listen to comprehend. There's a lot of people that listen to respond. Like when you're talking, they're not comprehending anything you're saying. They're formulating a response. And then once their response comes out, and then you retort with, "Did you hear what I said?" Now they get offended. And so with that being said, I'm not saying something to you all on here. This could be clipped up. And look, this is on YouTube, meaning that you can go and you can clip it up. And if you want to clip it up and you can send it to John Runyon, I'll have a conversation with John Runyon. And there is not one person on this earth, no matter what their stature is, no matter what what type of power they have, I'm not afraid. I'm not, because this shouldn't be a conversation that that boils over into something like that. It should just be a regular conversation where you can talk, I'll listen, then I'll respond. So as I digress, I felt like social media and the outcry from the hit is what caused John Runyon to respond like that, and what caused the NFL to uphold the suspension of Azzez Al-Shaair. I do. I feel that way. And we had Brandon Scott from Sports Radio 610 on the Locked On Texans podcast. He's on the Thursday edition of the Locked On Texans podcast. That's available. That's out now. You can go listen to it. And B. Scott made a good point that I had been thinking that I had wanted to talk to you all about, but he made the point first. So I can't take full credit for this, because B. Scott is the one who said it first, right? B. Scott said it first, no matter if I was thinking it or not. I'm one of them people, I'll give the credit where credit is due. I may have been thinking it. B. Scott said it first, so B. Scott gets the credit for what I'm about to say. So if what you're saying, right, if what the NFL is saying is that, we can't allow these big hits because we're looking out for player safety. We can't allow these type of hits on players because we're looking at player safety. What is the theme been for this week, y'all? Hypocrisy, right? The theme for this week has been hypocrisy. And if you're looking out for player safety, then why are the Texans playing 2 games in 5 days? if you're looking out for player safety. If you're looking out for player safety, why do the Houston Texans have to play the Kansas City Chiefs on the 21st and then backdoor and play the Baltimore Ravens on the 25th? I'm confused. If you're looking out for player safety. So, like, just come out and say it. Just come out and say we're hypocrites. We're looking out for quarterbacks. We've had this discussion before. I'll have it again. I talked about this on the podcast as well. We're now in an era where football is entertainment and not competition. That's why I don't care when these guys leave these teams and go and get the most money that they can. I don't care when a player doesn't give a team a hometown discount. I don't care when they leave and link up with these better teams. It's all competition. It's all entertainment and not competition. And so if in your words you want to look out for player safety, then are you just looking out for certain player safety or are you looking out for all player safety? Because I'm using that as an example where the Houston Texans have to play 2 games within a 5-game span. And a lot of these people who are making these decisions in the league office, a lot of these advisors in the league office are former NFL players. And you're saying that you care about player safety, but in all actuality, you care about money. You care about money and you care about quarterbacks. I don't understand why you just can't come out and say it. Like, we live in a society now where you just say it. Just say, hey, look, hey, in the past, we may have thought about, all the players. Like, in the past, we may have considered, the safety of offensive linemen or a defensive lineman. We may even, consider the safety of a defensive back or a wide receiver. But we really care about quarterbacks. At the end of the day, we care about the quarterbacks, and that's it. But if you really cared about the player's safety, then explain to me why the Houston Texans have to play 2 games. It's hard to play. It's hard to play a game in 7 days because these players need time. Talk to any NFL player, any former NFL player, and they'll tell you, hey, man, that takes a toll on our bodies. That's a long time. And so you want them to play on Saturday, and then you want to come back and backdoor and make them play on Wednesday. How much recovery time is that? How much recovery time is that? And how many injuries do you think could possibly happen in playing a physical sport like football in that short amount of time against 2 physical teams? The Kansas City Chiefs are physical and the Baltimore Ravens are physical. So whose player safety are you looking out for? Whose? That's where the hypocrisy comes in. Just say, hey, we care about the safety of the quarterbacks. Everybody else, we'll take it on a case-by-case basis. Just say that. And admit that football is entertainment now and not competition anymore. So that's why I couldn't understand, and, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I got my little conspiracy tinfoil hat on, and I'm like, maybe those games were scheduled like that, not thinking about the player safety. But with the Houston Texans being an up-and-coming team, you can't have them beating one of your premier teams in the Kansas City Chiefs, the one that the NFL loves so much. And don't get me wrong, Kansas City is a good team. I'm not taking anything away from Kansas City. So let me make sure I say that, because you got some Kansas City fans who get all in the uproar anytime you mention the Chiefs. So I'm not saying that Kansas City is not a good team. Kansas City is a great team. Are they playing great this season, even at 11-1? No, but they are a great team and have been and has proven it over the years. But you can't have the Houston Texans beating the Kansas City Chiefs in a primetime game. And I know Prime time. Some people think that prime time is just the 7:30 game, the 8:30 game. No, they're playing them on a Saturday. It's like what? It's only one or two other games being played on that day, but people are going to watch that game. December 21st at 12. I think they play at noon. Everybody's going to be watching that game. You can't have Kansas City lose. Now, I'm not saying that's what the league did. I told you all. I just put on my cowboy conspiracy hat, right? My CCH, my cowboy conspiracy hat. I'm just talking now. There's no validity to what I'm saying. This is just Big Sarge's opinion. Just my opinion. So you can't have them beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And you can't have them beat Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens on Christmas Day. Now you can't have that. So, now we know they got to play Kansas City. We know they got to play Baltimore. So let's see. What we'll do is we'll make them play them back to back like that, and then yeah. So Kansas City should win and Baltimore should win, and then the Texans will be another. They'll get their chance. Their opportunities coming around, but right now we're trying to promote something, so we can't do that. Netflix has come in and paid us a lot of money for a Christmas Day game. Why not give them the Texans versus the Ravens? We'll give them CJ versus Lamar Jackson. But what we'll do is we'll put the Houston Texans at a disadvantage, right? How many of y'all watch wrestling? How many of you all watch wrestling? Y'all remember back in the day when they used to wrestle, and they used to have the matches, and then in the midst of the match, somebody would come in from somebody, one of the people on the person's team might come out of nowhere, come in and do something while the ref ain't looking to the other person, and then that person would win. That's how I feel what the NFL did. They came in, they said on that schedule, so they made the schedule, then they slid in, and then they hit the Texans on the side with another game. You play on Saturday and you play on Wednesday. Hit them like that, playing two teams, two AFC powerhouses, playing those two teams, and then you run in and you hit them while the ref ain't looking. You hit them while the schedule maker ain't looking, and you turn around and be like, or you run back and then Razor Ramon say hello to the bad guy. But that's how I feel. So if you're really worried about player safety, right? If you're really looking into player safety, that's something that you would do. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta go. I just thought about that. What was I thinking? Why did I think my haircut point was at 10 and not at 9? I got to get ready to go in just a second, but I ain't going before I finish my point. If my cousin don't cut my hair today, then oh well, I'll be without a haircut. So, because I got to get to these last points real quick. So, I feel like also that the league should just be two-hand touch on the quarterbacks now. Like, don't hit them, just two-hand touch. That's it. Hey, two-hand touch below or flag football. I've said this before on numerous occasions. Just let it be flag football. Just let it be flag football, and then that'll be it. I don't understand where we're going with what's happening now with the protection of these quarterbacks. And the last thing I got before I get ready to get up out here, because I want to make sure that I gave you all the show. And I just looked at the time and I just realized the time that I got to go. Question. Do y'all think video games help the NFL become softer? Don't get me wrong. I understand that they had to take a lot of the big hits out because of the CTE lawsuit. But just a question. Do y'all think that video games help the NFL become softer? And the reason why I'm saying that is because when was the last time you seen kids outside playing football? They're playing online. They're playing Madden. But when's the last time you seen kids outside playing football? Not only that, not only asking when is the last time you seen kids playing football against each other. When last time you seen hot ball? Y'all know what hot ball is? Some people call it hot ball. Some people call it throw up. It's like where you throw the ball in the air, Whoever catches it, take off running, tries to score, and then everybody try to tackle him. Back in my day, we used to play that before school. Before school, we was playing football against each other. We was playing hot ball. Going to your first class with grass stains on you. Oh, elementary? Lord. My mom used to get so mad because my clothes be so dirty when I came home. What you was doing? You was playing football again? Didn't I tell you about playing football? Yeah, I'm going to take this whooping, though. I'm going to take this whooping because I'm going to play football again tomorrow. Just send me with my old clothes because I'm going to play football. Who lived in apartments? If you lived in apartments, you know that there was a certain place that y'all went and y'all played football. If you lived in a house, there was a park somewhere. If you lived on the street, you was playing, tackle in the grass, touch on the concrete. You run to the grass, you're going to get tackled. But what happened? And I feel like that's where the league is now. And I feel like video games has a lot to do with it. Has a lot to do with it. I don't see kids playing football outside anymore. I don't see neighborhood. Back in the day, neighborhoods, we used to play football against other neighborhoods. Now, it ended up being some fights. A lot of fights. But you still played because you wanted that bragging right. You wanted that bragging right. Hey, we playing football against this neighborhood. We playing football against that neighborhood. Hey, look, we playing football against them. We playing football against. Hey, this week everybody be Saturday we playing against them. So hey, everybody come be ready. Be ready. We playing football against them because at school you get to talking trash to these other neighborhoods. You be like, all right, we gonna play then. Then you go out and you play, and you win and you lose. But hey, you win, you lose, you fight, you come back to school, laugh about it, and then you play again. It wasn't no hard feelings. You lost the game. Some people want to fight because they got hit too hard. Cool, we're gonna fight, but we're gonna love each other at the end. There ain't nobody finna shoot, stab, kill each other. We're just gonna fight and then come back. But what happened to those days where kids were outside playing football? It's gone. Now they're just online streaming on Twitch, on TikTok, on all these other on Kick, all these things. They rather play football against each other online now than to go outside and play. And so now I feel like that's made a softer generation, and the NFL is just buying into it as well. That's why I say you might as well make it two-hand touch now. Might as well make it two-hand touch, at least on the quarterback. Where's Corey? He ain't even come in here. You didn't get that child 4 or 5 opportunities to school. That's the parents' fault if they don't nip it in the bud and jump. You can't keep blaming the child for the ineptitude of the parent. Where did that come from? I don't even what I missed, Tay. Every Thanksgiving at my house, 12 kids plus grandkids. I ain't raising no. I throw the ball out in the yard and say good luck. Hey, huh? And when you ain't have one hot with the tennis ball, you're right. Yep, hot ball. So many scraped knees and elbows playing this game. Yeah. Yep. I don't see kids outside anymore. They're either on a tablet or a phone. That's why all these kids are uneducated, bad, and obese. Oh my God. Yeah, hot ball is gone. Hot ball is gone. Y'all know I had to get into some of these. Yep. They've hamstrung defenses. You're right. I had to get into some of these comments for. If a child keeps doing the same crap, then you must increase the discipline. I don't understand what that means, Robert. I don't have time to get into it. You're welcome to come back on Friday though, so we could talk about this. Because if you're talking about Aziz, all three of his instances that they're trying to bring up are different. I'm just saying. Yep. Multiple violation. You mean the violation he already been disciplined for? Exactly. So Robert must have said something. Well, multiple violations of what? We talked about that. You're late, Robert, but glad to have you here. The NFL is like a Fortune 500 company. They only care about the money, not the employees. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Not including a travel day. Yep. The funny thing is when they break down the Flacco, they talk about Sixers quarterbacks being clunky and terrible sliders. Wow. Wow. Switcher being upheld was BS. They seen the public's response and former players like Saturday was on his head about the history. Exactly. Exactly. Huh. Exactly. Appreciate that. Ravens play the Steelers on the 21st and the Texans on the 25th. I I feel bad for the Ravens too, I guess, but I'm only talking about the Texans. And I get it, Black Rain. That ain't no shot at you. Please don't take that personal. Don't take that the wrong way. Like I don't know the Ravens schedule. I cover the Texans, so that's the only reason I know the Texans schedule. I don't know the Ravens. I didn't know the Ravens had to play on the 21st and the 25th as well. And that's not a good thing either. I'll say that that's bad for the Ravens as well. All right, y'all, I got to get up out of here. I'm gonna probably get ready to do. I'm probably gonna do a happy hour. So if you all can please join me back here this afternoon, right? Back here Thursday afternoon. I'm going to continue this because I don't want you all to feel like a short change. So I'm probably gonna do 2-a-day Thursdays. Hey, Alexis, hold me to the AD. You late? I put it out that I was starting at 8:15 too, and you're still late. Hey, I'm gonna do a happy hour this afternoon. Now I'm gonna start calling this. Let me write that down. 2-a-day Thursdays. Y'all getting 2 shows. Y'all gonna get 2 shows. I'm gonna probably do it about 4 o'clock 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. No, hey, bro. I be if I say a time, I'm on it. I said 8:15. I started at 8:14. But you know how that go. I need you to be on Texas A&M time, not on Prairie View time. Be tuned to the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. I'm your host, Big Sarge. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Because you know we do everything for the gram. And make sure you are subscribed to the Locked On Texans podcast and the Locked On Texans YouTube page. I'm trying to see if I got lotion on. Nope. And I don't care. I'm going straight to the barbershop with no lotion on. Ashy. And I'm going to walk in. They're going to be like, get out of here with your ash ass. I'm out.
Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work.